Hey, this is Darkstar working on a Checkride for my Class E in Neofly. I'm skipping. I'm not sure how wise that is, but it was 5,000, so I thought I'd take it because I like the Vision Jet, and I'll see if that works out or not. I have enough I could rent a Vision Jet, just barely, so I might unrent my DA62 and try switching to a Vision Jet. We'll see how that goes. So, okay, so I think we're ready to get started. It just wants us to start our engines. And I put in a sketched out like boundary just on here to make it a little bit easier to find the airport later. So let's get started.
Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing. Align with the runway and take off.
I guess maybe I should have wait, I thought I did it. Oh, okay, there we go. Don't know how useful that will be. Alright, now we are initialized. And let's put the map up here and go full. Okay, everything is looking pretty good. Flaps are set for takeoff. Align with the runway and take off. Okay. I'm gonna put this off to the side so I can see any instructions that I need. Okay, we have already taken off the parking brake and I'm holding the battery 1 and 2 are on, generators are on. Strobe is on. Okay, well, I mean we kind of auto started, so we don't need to roll that. I got the oxygen on. We did the initialization. Bleed switch should not be set to bleed until bat 1 and bat 2 have been on for 2 minutes or more. Well, I messed that one up, but that's okay. Not modeled. I don't suspect there's any radio here. Let's see.
For Alpha Kilo 6 traffic Dark Star, Delta Sierra 2025, taking off runway, 8 departure to the east.
Altimeter set. Heading, okay. Flight controls. I mean, kind of hard to look out, but yep, we're good. Okay, trim is set. Flaps are 50. Okay, we're gonna press the takeoff button, which is really up here on the front of this, and they put it here for some reason. So if we click that, well, it didn't show up. I clicked it on my throttle. I have a takeoff button. So that's set. Pitch attitude. Landing lights are on. I forget what this one is. Ice lights. We're going to turn those on just for visibility. Probe heat is already on. We have the engine IPS switch on. These should be off. I have those off. Okay, trim, flaps are set. Verified takeoff emergency battery cast message is not displayed. I think it is, but we'll see. Let's see, now I'm trying to remember how to close this. I think we do that. Okay. Now, are we going to want anything set here? I do want auto throttle on. I want FLC mode. And I'm pretty sure they're going to ask us to climb to 3,000 feet up. I mean, yeah, 3,000 feet above ground level. Now, the problem is we might be flying over some mountains. But we'll set it for 3,600 to start with. Okay. So, brakes are off. Get a little bit better view there. Gear is up.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at Neofly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL.
Okay, I think what I actually want to do for this is I want to turn this way as we climb. Now we're going to get the flaps up here. I don't want to run into a mountain like I did last time. get a little bit trimmed out here as we climb. Now we can go into heading hold. Okay, we got heading hold. And now we're going to climb. I don't want to get real fast here.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank angle.
Does not, this knob doesn't turn your heading real well.
Now climb to 9,000 feet AGL, maintain the same heading.
Hope we don't have to add the 9,000 feet above the mountains. I almost want to help it here, and I think we need above ground level, so let's add in a little bit of bumper. Climb faster. Okay, that's all the faster we can climb. Not make it. I really don't want to have to climb to like 18,000 feet or something. I was hoping to end this up heading out that way. It seems like it stopped our turn early. We're not careful, we're going to stall here. I don't want to get too slow. Might just have to go way up. We have flight plan 01, 3. So we want to fly back to that point. That. Visual 8.
Now, fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
Okay, our heading is north. It really should tell you to level out first. And it shouldn't do this AGL nonsense. It should just say, climb to this altitude.
Now go back to the departure airport, align with the runway, and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Okay, let's head back to the west here. I knew what altitude everything was at. Like if I could look on the map, or if this would tell me, or something. Like, if there's an airport there, I can get the altitude, but... You know, like what's the altitude of this point? I don't know. Well, let's assume it's safe to go ahead and descend. That speed now. I think I'm going to try to pump through here and then down to there. So we can descend at pretty good altitude. Got our terrain warning system here. That low. this one we want to delete. Hold it 2,000. Ready to hit this if we need to. Go direct to activate nav. And as soon as we get here, we should transition into approach. Okay, that looks good. I believe we want to be at about 85 when we land. So let's make this 95. We'll make this one 105. And then let's go FMS. That will auto throttle us down as we get to final. What I don't remember are the flap speeds. 190 and 150, so we are well below those. Slows down real well though. Like, we're descending at a pretty good clip. That negative. I think the airport was somewhere down there, doesn't really matter. Okay, we're about to make our left onto a final approach. We enable approach mode. I'm going to say no, we cannot. Might have to get past straight and be on our way to the here, but I'm going to try it once we get lined up. Technology is just crazy to line a jet up this far away from an airport. Like, I have no way of even knowing where it is. Okay. No, we cannot. Let's have a target altitude of 1367, which is going to be here. I don't think we can arm approach unless we get an indicator on here. I haven't seen that yet. It's been a while since I've flown the Vision Jet, so. Go back to airport and do a touch and go. So we need to do a touch and go first, and we want a very light touch and go. So the tip I have for a lighter touch and go is don't do a full landing. You speed up a little bit and just kind of touch the runway and then pick back off. It doesn't require a true touch and go kind of landing. I think that's us way out there. Okay. This diamond here, I believe we need to be below it. I think that's why we can't enable approach mode right now. I'd like to look and see if there's some safety reason that it will only intercept a glide path from below. Like, why can't it say I'm a little high, I'll just descend a bit? We're not going to make it. How far are we from final? There we go. got approach mode. Flight path indicated, G and the diamond. Okay, let's see. So, gear down. Flaps 1.
Don't sink. 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 500. Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Why doesn't it
Don't
recognize
sink.
I'm landing?
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Well done. You can now fly a traffic pattern and do your final landing.
What up? Where's my throttle? That is not good. I only got 2 stars, bummer. It's close. The runway. Have to go all the way back out to straight. What I'm going to do is get out just a little bit past final and then come around and intercept it at that point. Okay, now we're just watching our glide path indicator and our alignment indicator here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the first gear and flaps down. Start slowing down to about 95. We're a little high. Second notch of flaps. That little green dot is our landing target, and we want to approach a little bit faster than that. Now a little bit below the glide slope.
Don't sink. 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 500. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Got a
Don't
1 knot
sink.
crosswind and a 6
Don't
knot
sink.
headwind. That's
Don't
pretty good.
sink.
Should be easy.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
A little
Don't
bit below the
sink.
glide path.
Don't sink. 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 Don't
Going to
sink.
sink this
Don't
auto.
sink. Don't
That's so
sink.
annoying.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
We're going to have livestock on the runway.
Well done. Now taxi to parking and shut down your
Whoa.
engine.
What does that say? Wolf. Cake? Wolf cake? So we gotta watch our ground speed or they'll ding us. I think you actually fail your test if you exceed the 25 knot ground speed limit. So watch out for that. And the only thing that matters for your star score is the feet per minute at touch and go. Like that landing I just did, it's probably a little hard, but it doesn't really matter. I think, unless we do something really dumb here in the next few minutes, we're going to be qualified to fly single engine, or single and twin engine jets, I guess? bus is running loose. Where is it having us taxi to? I bet we could just park here. In fact, I think I'm gonna try it. We just shut it off.
Congratulations! You passed your qualification. Have a nice day.
All right. Unfortunately, we only got 2 stars. It'd be nice to get 3. So now, in theory, we could return this plane. Then go find a Vision Jet here. Now, what's the one? What are the ones closest to us? So family seating, executive seating. Oh, I don't have enough. The deposit is more than I thought. 255, I have 219. Well, at least we have the rating. Just need to grind a little bit more in a smaller plane and then come back and get this. So, like, what's the difference between this one and this one and this one? A little bit of wear and tear, but I mean, we're renting it. Who cares? So just get like, I don't know, maybe this one or this one. They're almost the same. So I need about 260. All right, so I guess that's our next goal.